Hello, hello. So we are going to continue our journey of fascia and activating the fascia and reviving, in this case, the fascia. We're going to look at a little bit of acumassage, but I just wanted to show you one thing because this really proves what we were talking about in that video about fascia, how fascia is connected to everything and you can't touch your little pinky toe without affecting some other part of your body. So for this, what I'm going to show you, I use this dowel. You can get this dowel for like 10 euro in a Decathlon, but if you have a mop or a broom, you can just unscrew it and you'll be left with a dowel. So you can push pause and you can go do that real quick. But what we'll do is we'll lift the dowel up and then just kind of bring it down and let it kind of trace your body and go into a forward fold, however far you go, until your body kind of just stops. So I'm kind of stopping naturally here. I'm not pushing anything more. And notice, so I'm gonna notice where my dowel hits on the shins, but you'll be wherever you are, wherever the dowel hits, just take note of that. And then you can come back up and we'll pop the dowel down and we're gonna work on the soles of our feet. That is it. So the way that I like to start is to just put all your weight on one foot and then kind of roll the sole of your foot on your dowel. Now, if this is too much, because the wood is really hard, you can have a tennis ball and just kind of move your foot around the tennis ball. But try to get all the different contours of your foot. And even the toes, like kind of get into the toes there as well. So get to the big toe side of your foot and even the pinky toe side of your foot and even on your heel nicely. And then do the same thing with the other foot. So just rolling it out along the fascia there, the plantar fascia, and into your toes and getting onto all the edges of your foot as well and into your heel too. And then the other ways that I like to do it with this dowel is to kind of first start with your toes, because again, like I say, the wood is quite hard on your fascia or on your body. So just kind of step yourself around and then maybe get onto the balls of your feet, kind of walking your way sideways, and even the arches, but those are really sensitive, so see how you get on. You could even put a blanket over the dowel if it's a little too much. You can even go onto your heels as well, kind of making your way side to side. Perfect. And then the last kind of way that I like to work with the dowel on the feet is to kind of imagine you're like dirty dancing or something and you're walking on the log. So just using your balance, and obviously we don't want it to be too painful, but just kind of being playful, just to kind of get different parts of your foot to move on the dowel. And like I say, you can put a blanket over the dowel as well. All right, so I think we've worked into the fascia at the sole of the feet. So let's retest ourselves. We did nothing else but massage into our feet. So let's go again. We'll take the dowel, we'll lift it up overhead, and then we'll bring it down and we'll start to fold forward, and now see where your body sticks. And for me, it's very clearly a lot lower. It's coming down to my ankles. And so you can release out of that. And every single person that I've ever seen do this is like, what the heck just happened? So it's a pretty cool little party trick, but it's just showing you how the fascia is so interconnected and how you just loosen up one part of the fascia, in this case, the soles of our feet, and it affects everything. In this case, our hamstrings and all the way up the back line of the body. So I hope that was like mind-blowing for you, like the first time that I did it. Again, my teacher is Terry Coburn. So that was just to show you how interconnected the fascia is. I'll leave you with one acupressure point. A lot of people in my classes lately have had kind of sciatica issues, so I've been sharing with them this acupressure point. It's the gallbladder 30 acupressure point, Huang Chu, I think. And it is kind of at the sort of indent in your buttocks, in the gluteus. So the way that I try to find this acupressure point is if you put all of your weight onto one foot and kind of dig your heel into the ground and then move your foot around, like, back and forth, and then feel around here on the side of the foot that you're moving, on the side of the glute there, the body, you'll notice a bone that's rotating, and that's called the greater trochanter. So when you find that little rotating guy, it might take you a while, and it's good to know your body, right? You've got that piece, you've got that point, and then kind of feel where the tailbone is, where your tailbone is, and basically between those 2 points, about 2/3 towards the greater trochanter, that's where your gallbladder 30 will be. And you can, like I say, it's kind of at a sort of an indent nearly in the buttocks. And you can either just gently massage it with your own hand, or you can take a tennis ball and lay down on the ground on the tennis ball for a few minutes and allow that tissue to release. You can also do it against a wall, like with a tennis ball, or I even have this softer kind of acu ball, an acu roller ball. I use the softer ones because any type of deep tissue massage you probably want to do with a professional. So that is gallbladder 30, and it is called the jumping circle, I think, acupoint. So emotionally, it can also indicate, like, physically, it stimulates you being able to step forward. So like emotionally, the similar thing. If you feel stuck, or if you feel like you can't, act, or you can't make decisions, a lot of times, if you stimulate that point, that might even be able to help there. So I hope that was interesting. I have my own videos that I share that target each of these things: the acupressure, the yin yoga, the qigong, and the more sort of vigorous yang yoga, and we'll link to that as well. But I hope you have enjoyed that, and I hope that was interesting, and we'll see you next time.